Hello and welcome to Crypto Ride. My name's Anthony, and today we're going to discuss Holochain and the Holo platform in layman's terms. Unless you're a professional coder or mathematician, the white paper for this project will probably confuse you. So in this video, we'll explain exactly what Holochain is and try and figure out if you should be adding it to your portfolio. Before we begin though, I just want to take a quick moment to thank our new subscribers and ask you to subscribe and join our community too. As a Crypto Ride subscriber, you'll receive breaking information about up-and-coming crypto projects, cryptocurrency news, and investment strategies to help you thrive. Back to Holochain. Usually when I look at CoinMarketCap and I see a coin outperforming everything else and going up by 50% day after day after day, I think to myself, oh, this could be a pump and dump. It could be a scam. But Holochain was a name I recognized because I heard about it on an interview of the Bad Crypto podcast. So, naturally, I was a little bit intrigued and I wanted to learn more. I went to their website, beautiful looking website here. As I went to their white paper though, I noticed that it was extremely technical, had a lot of mathematical, kind of like algebraic equations, stuff like that. Really broke down the technology in a very descriptive way, but a way that was kind of over my head. What I wanted to do was understand what Holochain is, as much and even more so than I understand how it works. So I was more concerned with the fundamentals, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys in this video because it's really confusing. So I found this article. Here's Holochain in 100, 200, and 500 words. I'm going to read you the 100-word description, but if you're interested in going deeper, which I think you should, you can read the 200-word version and the 500-word version in this article. I'll attach a link in the description below. Holochain provides a data structure that can be used to build decentralized apps. So first and foremost, you have the Holo platform. And the Holo platform is similar to Ethereum in that it's a platform that applications can be built on. Now, it is different from blockchain technology, and they're different in some ways, they're similar in some ways, but Holochain can be thought of as kind of like a next evolution of blockchain technology and seeks to improve on some of their weaknesses. So I'll keep reading. You have your own chain, which you can add data to, including financial transactions. So Holochain is agent-centric, meaning if you create your own Holochain, which is kind of like your own blockchain. So you think about Holochain as having like tons of different blockchains all within the ecosystem, whereas blockchain technology is one blockchain that everyone is a part of, that all the different apps are a part of. So when you do this, you can be much more efficient. I was reading another article and it said that Holo platform is estimated to be roughly 10,000 times faster and more efficient than Ethereum. Now, I want you to understand this. On Ethereum, when you're trying to come to consensus and there's a transaction, all of the nodes in the blockchains have to verify and validate that transaction, which takes time and takes a ton of computational power, which is really the main reason why like a basic app, like if you remember CryptoKitties, it's this silly little Ethereum app that bogged down like the entire system. And that's a big deal, this whole issue of scalability and bottlenecking, because if we want blockchain to be mass adopted by the whole world, it has to become faster and it's got to become scalable on the level that could handle a Facebook or a Twitter. Holochain believes they can do that, and they've actually created a Twitter, what they're calling a Twitter killer, called Clutter. All right, I'll keep reading. The chains can merge, split, and interact in complex ways. The data is stored in a decentralized way, like BitTorrents. So you've got this peer-to-peer interactions that also help data move very quickly. The data has a hash, which is a mathematical fingerprint that corresponds to the data. So this is a way that Holochain is similar to blockchain in that it has this hash. And I'll go a little bit further down here in the 500-word description. It does talk about hashing. And hashing is a technique that collapses a bunch of data into a fingerprint that looks like this. And you're probably very familiar with this series of numbers and letters here that's in the middle of the screen if you've been involved in blockchain. But, you know, it's that same type of identification system. If one letter or one number is off or capitalized instead of lowercase, then the Holo platform can recognize that there's some sort of ill intent going on. And, you know, this also ensures privacy and helps everything stay cryptic and decentralized, because Holochain will be decentralized as well. If someone tampers with the data, the mismatch between the data and the hash will be noticed and the data rejected as invalid. Digital signatures guarantee the authorship of the data. It's BitTorrent plus Git plus digital signatures. All right, so that is the 100-word description of Holochain. But check this out. As I scroll down here, you see a sea of red. You see all these coins going down. But there it is, number 74, Holo. Now, if you look at Holo, oh, by the way, the ticker for this is HOT. And there is another coin on CoinMarketCap with the same ticker. So make sure if you're buying this, if you get to that point, that you're actually buying Holochain. But you can see that Holochain is up 33% over the last 30 days. Okay, and as I just showed you, I'm not going to scroll back up, but you can see very few coins are at that level and performing that well. I mean, this is really one of the worst corrections cryptocurrency has ever seen, and Holochain is just kind of sitting there. And yeah, it's affected in a negative way like everything else, but it's holding its ground. Holo has a 24-hour trade volume of 6.09 million. Which is pretty good, and if you scroll up the list and you compare it to some coins much higher, that rank much higher, I should say, it's really competing with a lot of them. Like, here's Dentacoin. It's crushing Dentacoin in volume. It's beating PundiX, which is a great project. It's beating Golem. These are legitimate projects. And when I say beating, it just means it's got more action. And Holochain, I should mention, also has been added to Binance, so that might be a big part of it. I think it was added on July 24th. So people are intrigued with the project. It is currently trading well under 1 penny. I'll put it to you this way. I spent roughly $75 on a position last night, and I got like over 100,000 of these things. So it is extremely cheap right now and could be worth taking a small position on. None of this is professional financial advice, but it's worth looking into. This video, really more than some of my other coin reviews, is meant to be a starting point. So I want you to dig deeper if you're interested, and I urge you to do more research before investing any of your hard-earned money. I'm well aware that this is not an in-depth review, but hopefully it explains things simply and you can get an idea of the concept behind it. Maybe they're onto something. I mean, a lot of the research I do, everything I hear about blockchain, speaks to the fact that blockchain has some issues and everyone's trying to make it better and make it faster, but maybe the problem is with, and I'm not saying it is or isn't, but maybe the problem is with the blockchain itself. Maybe something like Holochain will come along and disrupt the blockchain industry. But definitely a question you should be asking yourself, is blockchain itself enough? Will blockchain get to the point where it can do everything we imagine it to do and be fully scalable? One thing that I will say about this project is that it's different, and I think different is good. Right now we're starting to see a lot of redundant cryptocurrencies and crypto projects in general, so Holochain is definitely something else. On that note, I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to leave a bunch of links in the description, which will give you more detailed information for those of you that want to sink your teeth into this thing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe before you leave, and I'll catch you next time on Crypto Ride.